Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Everything About Everything Sports Podcast.
The guy was talking about sticks and bands.
Bells, you can suck my balls, Miss Gafford.
You can take my dad.
So the NFL draft wrapped up yesterday.
It did.
The Lions did okay, I would assume. I like Derek Moore, I like Jimmy Rolder, but I'm also biased.
We pause on those for a second.
Yeah.
I do believe. Checking my notes here. Oh yeah.
What?
This is from our last podcast. Round 2, pick 50 prediction. Derek Moore, edge, outside linebacker, Michigan. Round 5, pick 175 or 157. Jimmy Rolder, linebacker, Michigan.
Oh, shut up.
And if I remember correctly, let's roll back the tape. I don't think we're going to get any Michigan players. I don't think we're going to take any Michigan players. Took two.
Shut up. Yeah, fuck you. I like Blake Miller.
I do too, yeah.
I don't know why we got a wide receiver.
I was just going to say, I mean, aside from the first 2 or 3 picks, really not even Jimmy Rolder. I mean, Jimmy Rolder is a good pick, and Sam Laporta was the question. That's why I included him in the prediction in the first place, because I was like, if you do end up parting ways with Sam Laporta, you're going to have tight end depth, or at least draft a tight end, which we could do next draft. Take a bigger tight end, or one in the earlier rounds. But taking one defensive player or one defensive lineman in the first 4 picks, and then taking a corner in round 5, the only one that we took, and then taking a wide receiver. I didn't really understand the later round picks that we had.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird. It was like offensive tackle, okay. Needed offensive tackle, cool. Got it. Derek Moore, edge, okay. Cool.
Needed.
There you go. Yeah, needed it. Tight end, understandable. Okay, you wanted a decent tight end. Okay. Cornerback, all right, I could see it. Wide receiver, huh?
No, why?
Huh?
Amon-Ra, J-Mo, Tesla.
And then, I think
Khalif Raymond.
Khalif Raymond's still there. You still have the tall guy, what's his face, that we drafted last year, or we got like in exchange for a trade last year.
I have no idea.
I can't remember his name. And then with your last 2 picks, you took 2 defensive linemen, a defensive tackle and an edge.
That's fine. Well, I would one more O lineman would have been nice. But
I would have liked another O lineman somewhere, maybe in one of those last 2 picks. And then I also would have, if I wanted to take 2 more defensive players, I would have shuffled everything after Derek Moore down. I would have taken a defensive player in round 4, round 5, and then taken a tight end, a cornerback, because you're still going to have one more year of Laporta. You don't need a tight end right now.
Yeah, and we still have Brock Wright, too.
And you still have Brock Wright, you still have Shane Zylstra. You still have the other kid who stepped in when Brock Wright and Laporta were both injured last year. So
I'll give us a B-, C+.
I was gonna say a B- because I do like Blake Miller and Derek Moore. Those 2 picks off the top are pretty good picks, I think.
Yeah, especially with Derek Moore opposite of Hutch.
Yeah,
that would be extremely nice.
And he was in the original draft board when I looked at him. They had him listed as an edge/outside linebacker, but here when he was drafted, it just said edge.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he has played the 2 positions at Michigan. He'll probably be more of an edge rusher in the pros, but he can play that outside linebacker position.
Sorry.
And then Blake Miller was a left tackle, or excuse me, a right tackle. So that means you move Blake Miller over, or you move Penei Sewell over to the left side.
Yeah.
I saw we had talked about it just after Blake Miller was picked, or just before Blake Miller was picked. I kind of wanted Monroe Freeling to fill into that left side, so you didn't have to move Sewell, because Sewell has now played 4 years in the pros on the right side. And he did play in college on the left. So you would just plug in Freeling to the left and leave the rest of the line the way it is, not have to shuffle everything down. Because now the players that Sewell played with on the right side, the right guard, are going to have someone else new next to them, now a rookie.
Yeah.
And then the people on the left side are now going to have Sewell on the right side, the guard.
Yeah.
So he's going to have a different player playing next to him as well.
Yeah.
And then the center, Kate, he's, what's his face? Cade something?
Cade Mays.
Cade Mays, he's new to begin with, so he would have new people around him anyway.
Yeah.
But it's just, there's increased unfamiliarity. Unfamiliarity
Yeah.
across the line.
That's a hard word to say.
Yes. Because now you're switching two positions with a rookie instead of just inserting a rookie.
Yeah.
So that was my mindset behind it. Either pick I'm fine with because they're both really good players, but that was just what I was thinking because I was like,
Yeah. We didn't really have much drama, I would say.
No. There was a little bit of a question mark because people were thinking that we were going to trade up. Like, I heard it on the broadcast, they were talking about the Lions possibly trading up and, like, a couple other teams.
Yeah.
But there were players that were being taken ahead of us that I thought were going to be taken behind us. So there really wasn't a need to trade up. You still, even if Monroe Freeling was getting taken, which he ended up getting taken beforehand, Caden Proctor got taken beforehand, you still had plenty of offensive linemen available at 17 for you. So.
Yeah. I know that me and you talked about this, but outside of like the first 20-ish picks, it was just a bunch of like second rounders that would have got drafted.
Yeah, fringe second round guys. I'd say, and then even with a lot of position groups too, after the first maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 picks per position group, it started to become just like a hodgepodge.
Yeah.
Just kind of take like the best available after that, not really like anything.
Yeah, because there was a huge quarterback market.
Not at all.
Not a massive first round wide receiver market, I should say.
No, there was like 3 really good wide receivers. You had Omar Cooper, Micaiah Lemon, and Jordan Tyson. That was really it. Everybody else after that was kind of
I wasn't sure Kelvin Banks. I don't know why Kelvin Banks was a first rounder, to be honest with you. The DT out of Florida.
Where'd he go? Was he a late first rounder?
Yeah.
It might have been
Viking.
It might have been like I was talking about, like the position depth.
Yeah.
And the Vikings went with someone they had like met with or something like that. I don't know.
I will say the Cowboys defense got really, really good.
Cowboys defense did get better.
Like, extremely. Because they picked up Jayshon Barham. They picked up a couple other people, but Jayshon Barham is a dog, as we all know. So,
Caleb Downs.
Yeah.
Yep.
There.
Malik Neighbors was not happy with that pick. He was like, "Damn, I have to go against Caleb Downs twice a year now."
Yeah. So, I mean, the draft, it wasn't like necessarily there wasn't like a clear loser, I guess.
In the first round, I think there was one clear loser.
Rams?
The Rams. Picking Ty Simpson, what was it, 15th, 13th overall?
Yeah. I understand it.
I understand what they were thinking, taking a backup quarterback. Save that for the second or third round. Because you had Carson Beck go with the first pick of the third round.
To the Cardinals,
the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So you had other quarterbacks that you could have gotten. You could have gotten Ty Simpson in the second round with their second round pick.
Yeah.
Probably no one was going to take him. But instead you have Stafford, who's getting a year older, now has to essentially train this dude.
Well, Stafford knew.
That was what they were saying. He got like the seal of approval. Like they told Stafford he was going to draft him, and he said, "Do it."
Yeah, because I mean, all things considered, Stafford is how old?
I think 38.
Yeah, he's getting up there.
He is. I mean, it is smart to take a quarterback because you know he's going to not be around for the next in the next maybe 4 years or so. But to take that quarterback or that level of a quarterback, he's not an elite talent. He's not a jump off the page type of quarterback.
No.
You take him in the first round at pick 13 and essentially waste your first round pick.
Yeah.
When you could have taken an O-lineman or taken another target, taken a wide receiver for Stafford to throw to, and then waited until the second round and gotten maybe the same guy or gotten like a Carson Beck, who I think is going to be better than Ty Simpson.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just I understand the process of what McVay was thinking. Uh,
McVay did not look pleased.
it may or may not work out, to be honest. I don't know.
I mean, you look at some of the guys.
Outside of Mendoza, there was not like, oh my God, I need to go get this quarterback.
No.
I guess until because all the insiders were like, Ty Simpson was a second day guy. And then the week before the draft, oh no, he's a first day guy. Then the day of the draft is like, he's a top 10 guy for some reason, which I don't know.
And that's all like stuff that the insiders and analysts will hear coming from the draft war rooms and stuff like that. It's like, oh, this team was thinking about taking this position group at this pick. They have the 8th overall pick and they're thinking of taking a linebacker. So it's like, okay, well, if they're taking a linebacker, this guy's going to be gone. This guy's going to be gone. So then the next guy would be this guy who's projected to go in the second round. But if they're going to take a linebacker, he's got to go for that pick.
Yeah.
So then it'll be, that's what they're going to hear, and then it'll jump the projections up.
Yeah.
But, I mean, with Ty Simpson, you do see a lot of, well, not a lot of, but, I mean, at least for the last couple of years, you've seen backup quarterbacks have the veterans in front of them leave or retire, and these backup quarterbacks kind of step into a pretty decent role and do pretty good.
Yeah.
Jordan Love, Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
What's his face? Malik Neighbors. I mean, he did okay when Jordan Love was hurt. But
Malik Willis.
Malik Willis, yeah, my bad. Jackson Dart.
Yeah. I will say, out of all the situations he could have went in, he went into a very good situation.
He did.
Because he has McVay.
And you have one of the more elite quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah. And also at the same point, the Rams are consistently picks, mid-20s and up.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, they had traded... I can't remember who they traded to get that pick, but they did it before the draft.
Yeah.
So they already had that pick.
So, we keep talking about what their thought process was without actually saying it. Their thought process was they're going to be in the mid-20s to 30 picks. They're not going to get a for sure quarterback, so they might as well have taken the best quarterback available. That's what they were thinking.
Right, but like I said, on the other side of the coin, this draft is not quarterback heavy.
Yeah.
There was one really standout quarterback, Mendoza, and you knew he was going first overall.
Yeah.
So unless
if he didn't, the amount of chaos that would have ensued.
I mean, the only way that he wouldn't have is if somebody else traded up for the first overall and didn't take him.
Yeah.
And then he ended up going someplace else, and then the Raiders got fucked.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that would really, really be the only way that he wouldn't have gone first overall.
Yeah.
If the Raiders didn't have the first overall pick. Yeah. But you traded up to get a quarterback in a non-quarterback heavy draft when you could have waited on the quarterback, taken maybe the same guy in the second round, like I had said, or waited until next year and drafted a guy and taken, some sort of help. Because if you did have that 13th overall pick, that's a pretty high draft pick, like you said, for a team that's usually sitting in the mid to late 20s, at least the last few years. So if you have that high of a draft pick already, you're going to get a good player regardless of what position you go to. But you decide to go for a quarterback in a non-quarterback heavy draft.
Yeah.
When this draft isn't very deep to begin with, but it's mostly offensive and defensive line heavy.
Yeah.
So it didn't really make a whole lot of sense coming from multiple angles for me.
Yeah. Ruben Bain is going to be hella good though, and Akeem Messidor.
He did go to Tampa, which is good.
Yeah, and Messidor is going to be on the opposite side of Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
That's going to be... Thank God we're not on the AFC.
No, yeah. Yeah, that will be tough.
I did see something on Threads earlier. Apparently, the Lions are projected to have the easiest schedule this year.
Because we didn't make the playoffs last year, so we got the shitty schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was because the year before we actually had a pretty good schedule. We just didn't lose on the road
No, yeah.
because we were just insane. Then they're like, "Fuck it, we're going to give you the hardest schedule. See how you do." Went 9-8.
Yeah.
So now they're like,
I think 8 and 9 actually.
whatever.
No, yeah, 9 and 8 because we beat Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, now you're going to give us the easiest schedule, and hopefully we can fucking win.
I mean, there's no reason you shouldn't. There are some teams that you're just clearly better than that are on that schedule. But the Giants did give us a game last year, and we do have them again this year.
Yeah, because Jameis Winston is a dog.
I think we have the Jets this year, and the Jets got better through the draft.
The Jets
They had
got a
pretty good
lot
draft.
better. Aaron Glenn was very tight-lipped throughout the whole entire process. So maybe it helps that he fell asleep during the combine.
Yeah, sure.
He didn't know who he was drafting until draft day happened. He was asleep for the whole thing.
I'd say of the teams that are in your division, you might have had the best draft between the Vikings, the Packers, and the Bears. They might have had the best draft. Because the only other pick that I could really think of note, the Packers didn't have a first-round pick.
Yeah.
The Vikings took a defensive tackle, and the Bears took Dylan Thieneman.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, just based off of your first-round selections, I'd say the Lions got the longest straw there.
I'm going to look at it. Okay. So they picked Brandon Cease. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, to be honest with you.
I think you got it.
Corner.
Wait, what team are you looking at?
This is the Packers right now.
Oh, okay.
Chris McClellan out of Missouri is a defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
They got Danny Dennis Sutton out of
Penn State.
Jagger
Burton.
Yeah.
Damani Jackson and Trace Smack. Place kicker.
No. So, all right, now let's look at Vikings.
You just the NFL app or the ESPN thing. I already got it.
Oh, okay.
You got Caleb Banks, the defensive tackle Jake Galladay, linebacker Dominique Orange, defensive tackle Caleb Tiernan, offensive tackle.
Oh, my buddies I was with yesterday.
Yeah.
They played with him in high school.
Caleb Tiernan?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, he's from Northwestern.
Well, he played at Country Day.
Oh.
He's like 6'8". Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacoby Thomas. Cool.
Max Bredesen.
Ooh. I forgot where Marlon Klein got drafted to.
Dallas. Or no. Houston.
Oh, okay. That's actually a pretty good spot for him. That's a good
Yeah.
team.
That
They
is
have
good
a
team.
ridiculous defense.
And that might have been one of their needs was a tight end.
Yeah.
That was like the last position they needed help with.
I mean, not a bunch.
Offensively, anyway.
Like, when you get into the later rounds, like, it's almost... You have a... I guess the way it goes is there's more successful second through fourth round picks than there are first and fifth through seventh round picks.
Well, and also the way that I was looking at it is like the Lions addressed some of their needs more than those other teams did.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, like in the later round picks, there's not necessarily as many names per se that you take. It's more of drafting depth and addressing different positions that need help.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Lions did that more. You did take a tight end. You did take a cornerback. You did take defensive line. But it's we had talked about it before, just the placement of those picks I wasn't necessarily happy with. But in terms of addressing what you needed to in the draft and having a good draft and walking away from it, I feel like the Lions did the best out of the NFC North.
Yeah, who knows? I think everybody agrees that Banks dude went way too high.
No, that was another shock too. He was like a second or even third round.
Yeah, he has a foot issue, but apparently he's gonna be good by
training camp.
Yeah,
I mean, that's another thing too. You can coming out of training camp and coming out of the preseason, it could be completely flipped.
Yeah,
like the Vikings could have like 4 automatic starters come out of the draft or something like that. It could be wild. And same thing for the Lions.
we won't know until the first game, and then we won't know until we play each other.
Right? Yeah, that is true.
Our schedule has or has not been released, or is it just projected?
I think it's our opponents have been released. Let me look that up.
Okay.
Because I know they released the NFL's like the what you call it,
Yeah.
the Lions schedule, but just the opponents. Yeah, Detroit Lions opponents set for the 2026 season. This came out January 4th. So we're playing at home, obviously Chicago, Minnesota, Green Bay, New Orleans Saints, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, New England Patriots, New York Jets, Tennessee Titans, and New York Giants. And then on the road, we're playing Chicago, Green Bay, Minnesota, Atlanta Falcons, Buffalo Bills, Carolina Panthers, Miami Dolphins, and Arizona Cardinals.
Okay, I can see how it's the easiest. Some games are going to be fucking difficult.
Realistically, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 playoff opponents, and 2 of them are in your division.
Yeah.
So you have realistically 8 games against playoff teams.
Yeah.
So, and then the rest are teams that either did really bad or just missed out on the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like Minnesota just barely missed out, but Arizona, Miami, Atlanta, both New York teams, Tennessee, New Orleans, they were all ass last year.
Yeah.
Oh, and Tampa Bay. Did I say Tampa Bay? I think I did.
Yeah.
So
it'll be interesting. I don't think it's the easiest. It might be a stretch for easiest. It's definitely not the most difficult.
Easiest based off of last year's results.
Okay.
But like we said, going into this year, you never know what Minnesota can do. New York Jets had a really good draft, like we said.
Yeah.
So it could end up being like a middle of the road difficulty or being a pretty difficult schedule next year. Because you do have one of the Super Bowl teams in there, and then the Buffalo Bills, who kind of reworked their system and had a pretty good draft this year too.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. They elevated internally, so it's not the same head coach, but it is relatively the same system. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But I think that's enough with football. Football's going to probably be dead for another month now. Sadly.
Until people start reporting to camp.
Yeah.
Different free agent signings and stuff like that, or if there are any trades or anything.
Yeah, so we'll have to see, unless something happens where a tweet gets thrown out there and everybody goes fucking insane.
Yeah.
So,
fucking.
Let's move to the Pistons and how shitty they did yesterday.
Yeah, dude. So I have also stat lines for this. The Pistons lost Game 3 on the road in Orlando yesterday, 113-105.
I don't think 2-1. I don't think the score reflects how bad they actually did. In my opinion,
the score doesn't, but if you look at the individual stats, it does.
Okay.
So the score, like 113-105, isn't terrible. Like, and realistically, it was, I think, 104-107 or 103-107 for like the last minute of the game. Like, we were just both of us missed shots. There were a couple of free throws and stuff like that, but it was kind of back and forth there at the end because we had tied it up at 99.
Yeah, we were down by 10 multiple times, came back. I looked at the TV, it was 105-105. And I looked back at the TV and it was 113-105. I go, great.
It was 105-105 with like a minute 45 left.
Yeah, something.
So we had plenty of time to take the lead.
Yeah.
But we just couldn't. Game 4 is Monday, so tomorrow night at 8 p.m. In Orlando. It's a must win.
Yeah.
I mean,
you would have to.
was arguably a must win because now you're down 2-1.
Yeah.
And there was a stat that 97.1 threw out. If the team that wins Game 3 wins the series 80% of the time in the NBA.
Great.
So you have 3 more games to win, which it's now split because that was game 3. So you have 2 games on the road and 2 games at home.
Yeah.
If it goes 7 games. So you need to win you need to win 3 of these last 4, which is doable. It could be a 4-2 series win for the Pistons, but it's not looking too good. And then the stat lines from yesterday. So I'll throw out the Magic's first. Magic had Banchero and Bane both had 25 points. Bane had 7 rebounds. Banchero had 12 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Franz Wagner had 17 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Jalen Suggs had 15 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Wendell Carter Jr. had 14 points, 17 rebounds, and 3 assists. And on the Pistons side of things, you had Cunningham with 27, 5 rebounds, 9 assists, 9 turnovers.
Great.
Harris had 23 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Thompson was your third scorer with 17, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 5 blocks, which is pretty good. Robinson had 10 points with 3 assists, and then Duren had 8 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 blocks. So you have your star player turning the ball over 9 times, your second best player only putting up 8 points, not even hitting double digits, and your third scorer only putting up 17, which their scorer only put up 17, but then their next 3 after that had 15, 14, I think 10 on the Magic.
Yeah.
And you had 2 guys put up 25 points with 2 guys on their team putting up double-digit rebounds.
Yeah. Not a great showing by us.
No. And then your highest rebounder yesterday was Thompson. He had 8.
Yeah.
Their third highest rebounder had 7.
Yeah.
So.
Basically, the moral of the story is if Cade doesn't play well, we have a harder time winning, and you got to rebound the fucking ball.
And you have to give them support. There has to be some kind of secondary scoring, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the story with the regular season was, okay, you have Cade, obviously. You have tons of players on the team that play a specific role, and they fill those roles in well. But who's going to put up buckets next to Cade? Like, you need a secondary scorer. That was the thing with getting a guy like Michael Porter Jr. or, who's the guy from New Orleans? Jaren Jackson Jr. Getting somebody like that who can drain threes, who can, charge the rim and put up points alongside Cade. And you have, both of them out on the floor at the same time, and then you could put one out there and then the second guy out there and kind of, space it out a little bit. But we don't have anything like that. I mean, Jalen Duren, I mean, he has had really good games in the past where he's put up like 20-something points. Isaiah Stewart has gone off in Cade's absence and stuff like that. I didn't even look at his stats. I don't even think Isaiah Stewart got much playing time yesterday.
Yeah, probably not.
Which is just really tough to see. And then for an MVP dude out there to go out there and score 27, which is a respectable showing, and then, like I said, have your third highest scorer be a guy who plays the 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And score 17, and then a guy who's known for draining threes like Duncan Robinson only have 10 points.
Yeah.
Which I think he made 2 3-pointers. So his other 4 points came elsewhere.
Yeah.
Either from the free throw line or
Twos.
wherever. Yeah. So it just wasn't a good game yesterday.
It's all right. We'll bounce back.
Hopefully, yeah.
Grit City is what they call us.
Yeah, right.
But
You
yeah.
can show some of it.
Joker got ejected yesterday.
I did see that, yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see the video. I just know that he got ejected.
There was like I think it was something underneath the rim where he had pushed somebody again or something like that. Or maybe it could have been like an older clip that I saw.
Wow.
But yeah, I didn't really look into it either.
Yeah.
I ended up obviously like watching the Pistons highlights and stuff like that. We caught a little bit of it.
We were mainly sucking at golf.
Yeah.
And
we wait for the bullshit section to talk about that? You wanna?
yeah.
Because I still have the Tigers and shit. But yeah, we were like half watching the game.
Yeah.
So then I went and I watched the highlights and then caught a little bit of the Tiger game. I caught like maybe the fourth inning or something like that on the radio, and then went home, looked for the highlights. That's another thing I want to talk about. I could probably wait too, but yeah, just not a very good sports day yesterday. Pistons and Tigers losing miserably.
Well, let's get into the Tigers because I don't think we're talking about the Red Wings, are we?
No, fuck no.
Yeah, so it would just be Tigers and bullshit.
No, yeah. Yeah, the Tigers yesterday lost to the Cincinnati Reds 9-2.
Oh my fuck!
They lost yesterday 9-8 in honestly a very good game. It was like an instant classic. I think there were 6 home runs hit between the two teams.
Oh
which
shit!
is pretty cool. Two of them came from Nathaniel Lowe, who ended up walking off the game for the Reds. But early in the game, I think I want to say the 5th inning, he hit an absolute no doubt moonshot. And it was one of those things where even though it happened to your own team, you're kind of like, damn,
you're like,
that's cool.
Oh shit!
Yeah, dude, immediately off the bat, he knew.
You heard it.
Yeah,
you heard it. When you hear it through the TV, you know that bitch is gone.
And the way he swung too, and the way he kind of he almost did like a Ken Griffey type thing. He was a lefty, so he blasted this thing.
How far did it go?
Fuck, I can't remember. I don't know the
over 4
measure. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. But it was like maybe in the Red Stadium, it was about halfway up the right field stands.
Oh, okay.
So it was probably in the 430s. Yeah. It was a pretty decent shot. And then he ended up walking it off on that game with the bottom of the 9th home run.
Nobody cut your dew claw.
But then, Tigers lost yesterday 9-2. Kevin McGonigal still got me 9 points yesterday. So I don't know how that happened. But the Tigers will look to avoid the 3-game sweep today, 140. So coming up pretty soon here.
What's our record?
That's a good question. I know we were 11 and something the last time. Tigers standings. The Tigers are 14 and 14 right now.
So what is our?
We're second in the AL Central.
So not terrible.
No. We're also only 1 game behind the Guardians. They're 15 and 13.
I mean, granted, we're 28 games into 100 and what?
120 or 162.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
it's almost getting to the point where it's almost a quarter way through the season.
Yeah, close. You'd have to be like, well, yeah, almost, because it's like 40 games is about a quarter of the way through.
Yeah, so 12 more.
Yeah, damn. It's, I will say, baseball season, especially early on, it feels like it's going by really fast. Because you're like, oh, dang, it's already, game 15 or whatever of the season, or it's already game 20 of the season. But then there'll be other times where it's like, damn, it feels like it's been on for 3 months already, the baseball season.
Yeah.
It's only game, whatever. But
62.
No, yeah, I know by June, I'll be looking back and be like, damn, when the fuck did it become June?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Oh, I can't wait to get paid.
No. But as of right now, if the playoffs started today, the Tigers would be out of the playoffs. They would be the first team out.
Damn.
It would be the Yankees, the Guardians, and then the Athletics. Somehow. The Tampa Bay Rays, and then the Texas Rangers.
Can you leave your brother alone, please?
Would be the teams in the playoffs. And then... Oh, no. No, they would be in the playoffs. They would just sneak in, because it's 6 teams in the playoffs. So we would be number 6. So we would play the...
On each side, or no?
Yeah, for National League and American League. So 6 teams. So it would be the Yankees, the Guardians, the Athletics would be the division winners, and then the Rays, Rangers, and Tigers would make it. So we would end up playing the A's in the first round.
Huh.
So damn, when have I heard that before? The Tigers playing the A's on the first. We played them like 3 years in a row. I think like 2011, 2012, 2013. We played them in the first round.
Nice.
So, yeah. But yeah, the Tiger, I mean, it's just that right now, like, we have guys that are hitting really, obviously McGonigal's hitting really well. Carpenter, Keith, those guys are still hitting well. Riley Green has been on a tear the past like week and a half. Dylan Dingler's been hitting really well. Torkelson had his first home run of the season, and then the next game he had a walk-off home run, so he's been picking it up too. Gleyber Torres still doing Gleyber Torres things, walking a whole bunch. Pitching staff is looking pretty good. Casey Mize had a pretty good outing. I believe Framber Valdez, I think he was credited in no decision in the 9-8 game because the runs that were given up for us to lose were done by the bullpen. So it was a no decision for him, I'm pretty sure. Well, I mean, other than that, the pitching has looked okay. It's the bullpen that's really kind of worrying me. You have a couple of sure arms in the bullpen. Tyler Horton, Will Vest, Brant Herter, kind of, and then Kyle Finnegan, and then Kenley Jansen. But Tyler Horton and Brant Herter kind of got hit up a little bit, and then I'm pretty sure Will Vest got hit up a little bit too.
Yeah, Vest always seems to, like, be really, really shitty for a while, and then he picks it up.
Well, especially the thing with him, too, is he could be... It's either he's lights out, but as soon as he gives up, like, 1 or 2 hits...
Oh, yeah.
Then he's done.
Yeah.
Then it's game over for him.
It's either you throw a no-hitter...
Right, yeah. It's either you throw, like, a fucking immaculate inning, or you give up, like, 4 runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no in between with him. And then Kenley Jansen and Kyle Finnegan have honestly been our two... That scared the shit out of me. Have honestly been our 2 most reliable. I just felt... Because I felt something like brush my hair.
Can you, it's a little bit dirty down there. I gotta wash it anyways, but...
Oh, shit. I'm going to toss it over there.
Yeah, it's a slippery little bugger, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's because it's real leather. That I've only worn once.
Right, yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Kenley Jansen and Kyle Finnegan have been our 2 surest arms from the bullpen. Finnegan's putting together some pretty good innings.
He's looking at me weird.
Yeah, he looked pissed and confused at the same time.
Did I wake you up from your nap? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck's the matter with you?
Yeah, dude.
Well, yeah. And then after the Reds, we play the Braves in Atlanta, and then we come back on Friday, May 1st to play the Rangers. And then we have the Red Sox here, who we just played. I'm going to get to them in a second. And then we go to Kansas City. So we have 2 series at home after this next road game, and then 1 more series. So, but I wanted to talk about what I sent to Adam yesterday. The Boston Red Sox have had enough. Yesterday, the Boston Red Sox fired manager Alex Cora.
I saw this.
Hitting coach Peter Fatse, bench coach Ramon Vasquez, third base coach Kyle Hudson, and game planning coach Jason Varitek.
They basically said, "Hey, bud,
they said
you're gone.
Everybody's gone."
They said scorched earth.
Honestly, they're 10 and 17 right now in last place in the American League East, and they said that's enough.
They said we're tired. We want you gone.
No, yeah. Yeah, I mean, just complete scorched earth from them. We did play pretty well against the Red Sox. I think we won 2 out of 3 in that series. So it's not like we beat the fuck out of them. But like, I guess they're just really unhappy with what they were getting out of their coaching staff, and they're gonna have to bring in all new guys. The Red Sox have kind of been in, I don't want to say hot water, but they've had a few questionable decisions recently. Namely getting rid of Rafael Devers. He's an all-star caliber third baseman at the plate. Mm-hmm. But in the field, he's not a very good third baseman. He's one of the worst in the league. And they told him hey, we want you to move over to first base or just DH. Like, we're going to bring in another third baseman. They brought in Bregman last year.
Yeah.
And he was like, no.
Mm.
And they're like, okay, well, if, like, we don't want you playing third base. Like, we want to bring in a better third baseman or have somebody else play third who's fucking better than you are. And he was like, no. He was like, I want to play third base. And they're like, okay, but you're not playing third base.
Okay, so you're cut.
Then they traded him.
Yeah.
They traded him to the Giants. So, like, either you play first base or you DH, because we're not having you play third base, or we're trading you. And he goes, trade me. So they traded him. And then he goes to the Giants, where he's definitely not playing third base.
Yeah.
Usually you have Matt Chapman there.
Yeah.
And there's very few people in the league that will move Matt Chapman from third base.
Yeah.
So now you're DH in there anyway. And the Red Sox is kind of like, well, what the fuck? If he was going to DH for the Giants, why didn't you just keep him at DH in the Red Sox? And you could have kept that star player.
Yeah.
And kept the home runs that he would hit and everything like that. But you trade him to a team where he's not playing third base anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense. And then
Baseball's funny like that.
it gets fucking stupid like that. And then they have it's back and forth with the Red Sox. They'll have elite pitching on the mound, but then no run support. And then they'll have fucking god awful pitching on the mound, but then score a shit ton of runs.
Yeah.
So it's like, and last year they had won games. They had gotten into the playoffs last year, but got knocked out by the New York Yankees. But it's just kind of all over for them. And Garrett Crochet, I think he's had 3 or 4 starts this year. Has not looked himself. Yeah. He was the Cy Young runner-up last year in the American League, behind Skubal. And this year he has not looked the part whatsoever. I think he gave up 6 runs in one inning in one start, and then like 8 runs or something like that in another one. Just, he has not looked very good at all. He has not been the
get him out early
player. I mean, fuck. Honestly, like, if you know that he's coming up, he's either going to have snap back into it and have a really good start, or it's going to be you'll be hitting all over him.
Yeah.
So, and then the rest of the rotation has been decent. They've had a couple other players who have been pretty good. Brian Bello was doing pretty good for a little bit there. But yeah, largely it's just like they had a solid foundation with their lineup. Because you have guys like Wilyer Abreu, Cedane Rafaela, Jarren Duran, and then you had Devers, and then you had veterans who you brought in. You brought in Wilson Contreras. Trevor Story has been there for a little bit. You brought in Bregman last year. Who's the other guy who they brought in? Shit, I can't remember. You had Tyler O'Neill for a couple of years there.
Yeah.
But and then Roman Anthony. Roman Anthony is another young piece to that core. But now it's just kind of seeming like they can't really string anything together, and their rotation, which was supposed to be one of the best in baseball this year, has not looked like it. Their bullpen needed help, but their bullpen now really needs help. And yeah, they're just kind of in shambles, and they're like, fuck it. Like, we're just going to tear it down. Because if we continue with what we're doing here, there's nowhere we're making the playoffs. There's nowhere we're going to be a good team this year.
Yeah.
So we have to do something about the coaching staff. Because it's not the players. Because you executed with the players last year.
Yeah.
They did really well. You had a really good pitching staff, really good lineup and everything. But it just hasn't shown up on the field. So.
Yeah. So, bullshit part?
Yeah.
We suck at golf.
Yeah, we do.
I did better the last 2 holes, I would think.
Yeah.
As soon as I got used to it, I got a lot better.
Jeremy just kept on getting shafted. It kept on giving him no reads.
Oh, you talking about the putt-putt?
Well, and regular golf.
Yeah. So, for those of you that like to frequent downtown, I'm going to give them a free shout out because I actually really like it there. It's called 5 Iron Golf in the bottom of the Cambria Hotel. Really nice place.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, really cool.
So, we went there for a little bit, and we realized that I said it from the beginning. We should have started on a 1 course.
It was.
It was 3.
No, that was a 1.
That was a.
That was a 1.
Fuck it. We should have just played Augusta.
At that point, well, I think Augusta was a 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we looked at what was the other one that we had looked at? I think it was Bandon Dunes was the one that was like on the home page. And I looked up Augusta. Augusta was a 4. I think Bandon Dunes was a 3. And then
We were playing in Scotland yesterday.
we played St. Andrews, which was a 1. They graded it. So, I mean, we could have really fucked ourselves and played like fucking what's the one? Bethpage Black, which is one of the hardest courses on the planet.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like ridiculously difficult. Or we could have played PGA National, PGA Championship course.
We finally just said, fuck it, we're going to play putt-putt.
Yeah. We honestly probably what we should have done is play the Congressional course in D.C. Because all of those are just fucking straight lines.
We shanked them anyways.
Yeah, well, yeah. But at least you could have, like, played the slice.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I like to golf, but I'm so bad at it.
No, yeah. There were periods of time where I did not get to go. Because you guys were fucking on stroke 7. And I was hitting 2.
Yeah. Yeah, Jonathan. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Jonathan, like, probably could have ate his entire food twice by the time he got to play again.
Yeah.
So, congratulations on being gay. Oh.
It's not my bad, or it's not my fault that I'm good at golf.
Yeah.
I'm actually not good at golf.
No.
I'm not.
We don't
good.
play enough golf to
No.
even be considered good.
No. But I'm better than most people.
What's your sample size? Me, Jeremy, Adam.
Well, and yeah. Well, and like most people, like I feel like most people who go there, unless you know how to golf and you've golfed before, most people who go there, it's like, oh, let's go fucking shoot golf and drink.
Yeah.
So I feel like most people there are probably not that great. Who would go to a place like that anyway? And there have been some people that I've been on golf courses before and seen people who are worse than me.
Okay.
So
I will say this. It's not hard to be bad at golf.
it is not. Golf is just a hard game to begin with.
Yeah. It's probably the second hardest thing to do after hitting a baseball. Solidly.
Yeah, is any golf shot. Besides like putting. Putting's probably the easiest golf shot. But even then, on an actual course, you have to be good at it.
Yeah.
Because you could send it fucking 30 feet past the hole. Or
unless you
put
give
it
yourself
short.
the gimme.
Right, yeah. Which is what it did to us. We had 8-foot gimme distance.
Yeah.
We should have raised that.
Yeah, 30.
I think it was like, it went 4, 8, 12, 16.
And then 30.
It was like, you could type it in. Like, it was like a type box. So I was like, fucking...
Yeah, a give me is 75 yards out.
Right, yeah. And then the gimme was like... Or if you got it on the green, it would simulate, like, what it would do for you.
Yeah.
And it would be like, you want it to be a 2-putt, or do you want it to just drain it?
Yeah.
Like, whatever, when you get on the green, it counts it for one more stroke.
Yeah.
So...
It was fun.
I'll
do it again.
Yeah, food was good.
Yeah.
The system worked pretty well, other than not giving us reads and stuff like that. The putt was kind of finicky when we ended up doing that.
Yeah, but I found out the way to do it. Huh? Oh.
Yeah, no, my bad. But yeah, you have to. It said you couldn't bounce it, so you couldn't hit the ball in the air at all. You had to roll it, and it was really sensitive.
Yeah.
So if you hit it like,
if it went a millimeter off the ground, it counted as a bounce.
Oh yeah, or if it like the one that we had, if you put the ball in the like place where most people would hit it, like on the little turf thing that it had there. Well, the whole ground over there was turf, but like on the turf part we were supposed to hit the ball at, there was a divot a little bit from how many people used it before. So it made like a little ramp. So if you hit the ball and it went forward and it went off that ramp, it automatically caught a little bit of air and it started to bounce. So you had to hit it. We had to hit it like off the center a little bit.
Yeah.
And then even then there was still a little lip between like the area where you would hit and the actual turf. So sometimes it would fuck you there too. But yeah. But after we got the hang of it, it started to be pretty good. It was pretty fun.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I will say, I did see both of you guys get better as we went on.
Yeah.
Before Jeremy fucking hit it 8 feet in front of him. And you didn't do much better. I think you barely got ahead of him. But then by the end of it, you guys were hitting like 30, 40-yard shots.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then I think when you guys were hitting off the tee, like hitting the irons and shit like that, you guys were hitting it pretty good.
Yeah, had some solid contact. I do remember saying that does actually look like a normal shot that I would take in real life.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah, because in real life, you'd be a hell of a lot better.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, we'll go with that. So, but the other thing that I wanted to talk about was how fucking highlight packages for any professional sport that Detroit has to do with, they neglected the Detroit teams. They always do. So I remember one time when I was at work and I was listening to the Red Wing game and I caught like a little bit of it. I caught like maybe the beginning of the second period and like part of the intermission and on the radio. And I obviously didn't see the game, so I wanted to go home. And what I'll do is, what FanDuel used to do is now that it's off of FanDuel, the Red Wings are going to be on the Detroit Sportsnet next year. But what FanDuel used to do is they would have the games be available for, like you could rewatch the broadcast 24 hours after the game happened.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I could wait and watch the game, tomorrow night. But then by that time, I'm not going to be able to stay off social media for a full day and not get any spoilers or not hear it on the radio or see it on TV if I'm watching ESPN, see it across the ticker at the bottom or whatever, or hear my dad talk about it with me. So I might as well just watch the highlight package when the highlights come out. They're about 10 to 15 minutes. It gives you all the interesting points, all the scrums, and all the good scoring chances and stuff like that. So I'll just watch that. So that's what I would do. Is, if I would miss a game, if they would play an afternoon game and I wouldn't watch it, I would just watch the highlight package. There were a few times last year where the Red Wings would play like a Saturday noon start hockey game. And I would get home around 4 o'clock, something like that, and I would turn on the highlights and I would look through the highlights and there wouldn't be the Red Wing highlights yet. So okay, maybe it's like an hour after the game ends or it went into overtime or whatever and it took a little bit longer and then it's an hour after that. So I'll check again, maybe half an hour, wouldn't be there. Now there's noon games that have ended, like other noon games that same day that have ended, their highlight packages are on there. And then I check later on the night, around like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, still not there. Now there are 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock starts whose highlight packages are already up.
Yeah.
Before the Red Wings game that started at 12 the same day. And there are other noon games that already have their highlight packages up. And the Red Wings would be like, they get posted in like fucking 2 in the morning or something like that.
What?
And it's like, okay, I see how it is. Like, you're just not just going to neglect Red Wing fans here. They did it with the Tigers. The Tigers game was, I think it was a 1 o'clock or a 4 o'clock start. And there were games that were on at 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock that got posted before the Tigers game did yesterday.
Nice.
The Tigers game got posted at like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Nice.
And I'm like,
what are we doing?
yeah, like, what the fuck are we doing? You just fuck Detroit fans, I guess? Fuck those dudes, I guess. Right? Yeah. No, it was, I noticed that a lot with the Red Wings season, and this is the first time I had seen it with the Tigers season. And the Pistons. It would happen with the Pistons, too. Like, if I would miss a Pistons game because I was watching the Red Wing game. And then I would go look at the Pistons highlights. And then I would see, it's not up yet. Okay. All right, I'll wait a little bit. And I wait until,
midnight.
9. Right, yeah, midnight, 11:30. Game's already been over for like an hour. Nothing. And then I check again the next morning. And then sometimes the next morning it still wouldn't even be up. They would post it the next day at like fucking 10 o'clock the next day.
Great.
Yeah, so it's stupid.
So
But yeah, that was my gripe that I wanted to bring up because it's like, what the fuck? And I don't notice that with any of the other teams. Like I gone through and checked one day at the Red Wings because I was like, what the fuck's going on? And I'd seen it's like, okay, this game was played today. All right, that highlights are up. All right, this one highlights are up. This one highlights are up. This one highlights are up. And it would only be the Red Wing games.
yeah,
So
fair enough.
yeah, fucking stupid. But I do have a quiz for you. Yeah. So.
Arthur farted, by the way. That's what that smell was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely wasn't my part then. Yeah. All right, the quiz. The quiz is on the NFL draft,
Oh, great.
the NHL playoffs. Wait. Yeah, the NHL playoffs. And then you have one baseball question, two baseball questions. My bad. So you have the NFL draft for 4 questions, 4 NHL playoff questions, and 2 baseball questions.
Okay.
And a couple of them you have to list teams, by the way.
Nice.
All right, number 1. What school had the most players drafted in this year's draft?
Ohio State.
That is true. They had 11 players. Number 2. Which NFL teams did not have a first round pick in this year's draft?
Falcons.
There's 1.
Green Bay.
2.
Bills, Jags.
3 and 4.
How many are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 4.
Niners.
There's 5.
Ravens.
No, they had a first round pick. They took Owane.
Oh, yeah. Eagles and Pittsburgh had one. Bengals.
Yep. 6.
Colts.
7.
Texans.
No. They had a first round pick.
Who they pick?
Check. Houston Texans took. If I can find the damn logo. There we go. They took Kalen Rutledge at 26 overall. Offensive guard from Georgia Tech.
Saints.
No. They took Jordan Tyson, 8th overall.
Carolina had it.
Mm-hmm.
Miami had it. I already said Jags. New England had it.
Yep. I think they had 31st.
It has to be a West Coast team.
And this team also did not have a second round pick.
Safety. Green Bay?
You already said Green Bay.
Did they have a second round pick?
Yeah, their first pick was in the 3rd round, second in the 3rd round.
It's West Coast.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me just check to make sure. Check the first round board. Yeah. Okay.
Seattle picked. Chargers picked. What West Coast team am I missing?
They're not necessarily West Coast, but they are a Western team.
Kansas City picked.
They did.
I don't know.
Denver Broncos.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, their first pick was the second pick of the third round,
Really?
and they took Tyler Onyedim,
Oh,
defensive tackle from Texas A&M. All right, number 3.
I forget Denver's a team sometimes.
No, yeah, honestly, I do. Even though they've won like 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Um,
I haven't thought about it since Peyton Manning.
yeah, or yeah, Von Miller, Peyton Manning days. Number 3, how many Michigan players were taken in this year's draft? We said a few of them.
Derek Moore was the first one.
There you go.
Roller Zavada.
No.
Oh, he must have signed.
Yeah, Zavada was not picked.
Hold on, let me let the dogs out because they're farting.
Uh-oh. And here we go. This is Ben's annual just get up from the mic.
Yeah, but this time it's not for me.
No, yeah.
It's for the animals.
Yeah.
5, by the way.
That is incorrect.
6?
Yes. You have Derek Moore, picked 44th overall to Detroit. Marlon Klein, 59th overall to Houston. Jayshon Barnum, 92nd overall to Dallas. Jimmy Rolder, 118th overall to Detroit. Max Bredesen, 159th overall to Minnesota. And Rayshawn Benny, 250th overall to Baltimore. All right, number 4, your last NFL draft question. Where will the NFL draft be held next year?
That's a good question. Not Detroit.
No? Yeah. Won't be in Detroit, Green Bay, or Pittsburgh. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Because those were the last 3. And then I think before that it was in Vegas. I think the year before the Lions. I can't remember.
It's going to be in Houston.
No.
Damn it. Seattle.
No.
I have no fucking idea. I don't really care either, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter where the team or who has it. It's just they put on like a spectacle for each.
Oh.
You know, it's like they hype up that team's draft pick. It's gonna be in DC next year.
Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty, your first hockey question. What current NHL team did the Hartford Whalers become? Where did they relocate to?
Kraken.
No.
Whalers.
Yeah.
I would assume. Is it in America?
Yes.
I would assume it has to be. If they were the Whalers, it would have to be somewhere where there is water.
You would infer.
I would infer.
Yes.
The Carolina Hurricane.
That is correct.
Really?
They relocated to Carolina in 1997.
Cool. I wasn't a twinkle in my dad's eye.
Yeah. You definitely won't be in this one. What current NHL team did the Minnesota North Stars become?
Dallas.
There you go. Dallas Stars in 1993. Alrighty. This one's going to be another listing one, and I'm going to do some listing beforehand to give you some help.
No, great.
Of the NHL playoff teams this year, how many have never won a Stanley Cup? And I'll give you the the teams in the playoffs.
Okay.
You have Buffalo, Boston, Carolina, Ottawa, Montreal, Tampa, Pittsburgh, Philly, Colorado, LA, Edmonton, Anaheim, Dallas, Minnesota, Vegas, and Utah.
That's a lot. Well, Utah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a gimme.
Even
Even if you factored in the Coyotes and the Jets before the Coyotes, they still wouldn't have a Stanley Cup.
Buffalo.
There's 2.
How many are there?
You have to tell me.
Oh, I have to tell you?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, it's
4.
That is true. There are 4, and you have 2.
Ottawa.
There's 3.
I forget. Everybody else. Anaheim?
No, they won in 07.
Mm.
Timu Solani, Ryan Getzlav, Corey Perry, Ryan Kessler.
I forgot the options that you gave me.
JSG Garrett.
There were a lot.
So you have Buffalo, Ottawa, and Utah. The remaining teams that you haven't guessed are Boston, Carolina, Montreal, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, Philly, Colorado, Edmonton, Anaheim. Well, you guessed Anaheim. Minnesota, Dallas, and Vegas.
Minnesota.
That is correct. Minnesota, even with the North Stars, have never won a Stanley Cup. I believe all of these teams, except for Utah, have been to a Stanley Cup final before, though. But yeah. All right, number 8. Which NHL teams have never changed their logo? And then I'm slight modernization, like if they crisp up a logo, like make the lines skinnier or whatever the hell, and change the colors slightly, like make it like a darker blue or whatever, that also counts. Like that, well, that, I should say that doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
Like, if a team just changes the color, like I said, like from a lighter blue to a slightly darker blue, but it's the same logo, like the same shape and everything, that's included.
How many teams?
There are 3 of them.
Red Wings.
That is incorrect.
Fuck. Blackhawks.
That is also incorrect.
Fuck. Blue Jackets.
That is incorrect.
Fuck. Ah! Nashville Predators.
So, I looked at the Nashville Predators logos. They did have one, I believe, which was their original logo that has different colors in it from their current one. Their current one's just white, navy blue, and red and yellow. The other one had silver and red in it, and then it also had above it the words Nashville.
So what you're saying is no.
So no, but very close. I was considering putting that one as one of them. And then there's another one, if you say it, I will say that probably is the 4th one.
Buffalo.
That is incorrect.
Fuck. Carolina.
That's incorrect.
Jonathan, just tell me.
All 3 of them are playoff teams this year.
Tampa Bay.
No.
Minnesota.
There you go. Minnesota Wild.
Anaheim.
No.
Fuck. Ow. I hit my head. Utah.
No. They changed their logo. They had the hockey club logo, and then they changed it to the Mammoth logo.
Son of a bitch. Jonathan, give me a hint. Other than that.
Well, I said they're both playoff teams, and then they both include the color orange.
Edmonton.
There you go. The Edmonton Oilers. Even in the WHA days, they still had the same logo. They just made the blue a little bit darker.
Phillies.
That's not a hockey team.
Sorry. Flyers.
There you go. Flyers.
I just saw the orange guy in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. They've had the Philly P with the orange puck for their entire existence. They did at one point put a white border on it.
Yeah.
Around the orange jersey. And then for their anniversary for their cup wins, they put a gold border on it, but that was just for one season. So, and then the other one that I probably would have given you, I could show it to you real quick, is the San Jose Sharks. So, the 2 Sharks logos, I'll show them to you real quick. They're the same thing, but just this one's modernized. So you can see how that one's it's a different logo technically because it's redrawn, but it is the same thing. And then everything else has multiple logos. So.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Number 9, your first baseball question.
Nice. Out of 2?
Out of 2. How many World Series championships do the Boston Red Sox have?
24.
No.
18.
No.
11.
No.
10.
No.
13.
No.
Are we in the teens?
You're not.
7.
No.
0.
No.
3.
They've definitely won, or they won more than 3.
6. 5. 4. 8. 9.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
They won in 1903, 1912, 15, 16, and 18. And then they didn't win again until 04. And they won in 07, 2013, and 2018. Yes. All right, and last question. This one should be a layup.
Should be.
I can guarantee you're probably going to get it, or you're going to have no idea, one of the two. What number does Justin Verlander wear?
35.
There you go. That's it.
Nice.
And that's it.
The torture is done
Yes.
with the quiz. All right. I don't have anything for you.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I'll come up with one next week. If you're lucky.
Nice. Or if you remember, yeah.
Yeah. If I remember, that is true. All right, then.